All right, my lovers, it's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy to be here with you guys. Today it's August 31st, so I want to do a little read for the month ahead in September 2021. I'm trying to think if there's any updates for this community. So I am, to the best of my ability, I'm wanting to go live here and go back to doing at least sort of Monday to Friday daily messages for my lovers. I'm also pre-recording and producing different content for the Instagram page, Ultra Love TV. And of course, you can check out the Ultra Love sites as well if you're wanting to know more about all of the different digital products, merchandise, and things created Ultra Love. And, the brand is kind of what it says in the title. It's like, could we all try to love each other more? And also my own transformational journey. I talk about razzmatazz, but woven within the razzmatazz usually is like divine guidance. Straight up legit. Vibrating the heart love for all of humanity, like so much compassion. At the same time, like all this awakening razzmatazz is so intense. And by the way, I don't know how it's going for you guys, but like, dang, it's super confusing times as well. And that's part of my own messaging, like the inner message from the love perspective is like, listen to your heart, listen to your own heart, god dang. It's like we can't listen to other people, the news. We don't really want to listen to no, yeah. It's like, who are you here for? Yes, sir. Yeah. It's just you, right? Anywho, I digress, and I do talk. Yeah. Obviously, anyone on YouTube usually is talking or making sounds on some level. So intuitive tarot, working with the tarot came to me a couple of years ago, and I am now it's so amazing, this intuitively guided life, because now it's like this sense of the yoga life is just pure flow and like such a beautiful offering. And it's sort of like the amount that I'm teaching and working with people, physical and online, it's just kind of perfect. And then the tarot and astrology is like the higher learning coming through. And this woman is like a leading, like she's published a lot of books and they're all super fascinating, intuitive, open-minded, like really the way I see her interpretation is similar to like how we be living it, as far as like we're like, yes, upholding in reverence sacred connection and traditions that have brought us to this point, at the same time grieving some of the limitation or like the stuff that we're outgrowing from some of those little perspectives, and realizing that we all have access to the divine. And things like the tarot are really just divination tools to help us access more of our wisdom by asking ourselves questions, by asking the cards questions, by asking symbols questions, whatever it might be. And however, and some of you guys know I haven't been guided to read a lot of material in these last few years, so it's quite exciting to have a book to read, and one that I'm thoroughly enjoying. Again, being intuitively guided, tarot came to me and I've started working with it, and yet I realized there is just infinite wisdom within it. Oopsie daisy, I just saw something got looked up. Anyway, you guys, if you're enjoying the vibratory, if you feel to just check out the different things on the internet that I'm producing, it's amazing. Some of my like tightest mates now are people that I've met through this channel. And like my inner circle is very much part of the online tribe that years ago, just a side note, years ago when I was starting off the channel, it was from a very pure place of like having more shifts and awakenings and straight up legit being like, is anyone out there? Like, is anyone else feeling the vibratory? And then eventually these people are like, I feel you, sister. Hey, do I know you? It's like soul tribe shit is real, like supreme. Oh my god. Okay, you guys, let's crack on. Let's get in it. So this is the month of September for the ultra love community, I am really getting this sense of like anchoring things down. There might be a restructuring of some of our daily patterns and routines, or even just like up leveling. It's new moon in Virgo through the month of September, and Virgo energy has a lot to do with sort of borderline perfectionist qualities, but like obviously the higher base tone for that is sacred kind of cleanliness, organization, making our home and our surroundings and our environment feel really clear and clean. And so there could be a fair bit of puttering, there could be a fair bit of sensing of needing home at home time. Not for everybody, obviously these are generals, right? So it's just a very intuitive sense of what we might find this week, or this month rather. And again, the Virgo energy is very just home based. And then I just always get like that attention to detail, like deep cleaning, that kind of stuff, I would say is sort of Virgo energy. And allowing ourselves to kind of land into that. So I'm also really sensing that as the month of September lifts off, we will continue to lift off throughout October, November, and December. And I feel like there are certain things that are just manifesting now. And some of it, however, initially it might not feel the way we wanted when we thought about the manifestation. So it might not maybe come as easy. Maybe we have to take action. Maybe we have to express ourselves. Maybe we have to move. Who knows, right? Like there's things that are happening that it's kind of like, this is it. This is your thing. This is what you've been asking for. And we do have to be able to move in the direction of that request, right? Not just like let it appear and then have all these amazing, exciting feelings and then try to ignore it, neglect it, or whatever, right? Or deny it. I feel that very powerfully as far as like as higher manifestations come in. It can, if we're used to being like historically speaking, if we're used to being abused, or we're used to, sometimes when the new stuff comes in, we can almost be like, back off. Who the fuck are you? Right? And that's not the truth of of the present manifestation, right? It's more than likely that at this point, for a lot of us in this community anyway, doing transformational work and or mental emotional work, we want to start to open up. We want to start to express like, oh yes, hello. This is what I want, or not. But and that, I mean, they kind of go together. Like when what we appear it want when what we want appears, we have to be like, oh yeah, that's what I want. That, not go, oh well, that's great. It's great for some, but not for me. Right? And then that pulls us back into this sort of negative being in our past pain, which I think almost the last year or two, during all this crazy global restriction energy, that a lot of us have been forced to really dig in deep and like uproot those imprints of you're not worthy, and or you're disgusting. How dare you think you could meet the man of your, or the woman of your dreams, or it didn't work out last time. Why do you fucking think it's gonna work out? And you're just like, ah. And then I just keep that Roxette song is just banging on my mind. Or more like my heart. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your. Oh, come on, humanity. So you guys, some of you might know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. One of my spiritual teachers at one point said, "Yeah, but an entity, or rather, like an organism. If an organism, oh." Who trying to say something? Mind disconnected from heart destroys its host. Look around you, lovers. look at the precious children of the planet. What the fuck are we doing, right? It's like we're disconnected from the heart, and so look at us destroying ourselves and the planet. But I must say, I think deep down inside Earth Lover, she's like a bit disappointed in us, but also reigning supreme over us. Like a little bit of a shake off, and she could just do us all one. So I don't really think that like our little human consciousness has even the power. I think what we're observing is the mind disconnected from the heart destroys its host, which is so fucking shattering to the truth of our existence in unified field, right? It's so painful to be destroying ourselves and the planet that we be waking up to evolve ourselves into a greater harmonic. It's like evolving out of the reptilian fight flight brain, right? Um, and then how do we do that? Well, meditation reigns supreme. Certain practices like yoga or just being outside, working with tarot, these are all tools to help us access that broader infinite intelligence. They're not, it's not about fortune telling, unless that's what your reader's doing. But to me, it has nothing to do with fortune telling. It's intuition, it's infinite intelligence, it's like connecting into that field, and just through trust and wisdom, basically, you find divine guidance on reality. Anywho, okay. So let's get some cards. This is again for the collective, the month of September. If you don't resonate, it's probably not your vibratory, and that's okay. You guys can check out I Love the live share crew. We meet up every Monday my time anyway. Yeah, and we kind of do chat, but privately, like exclusively for the crew because it's a subscription base. But we do readings, and yeah, just based on topics that everybody wants to talk about, including me. Okay, so September 2021, ultra love, divine guidance and loving clarity. You might be feeling a little unlucky, King of Swords. There's this energy coming in, but there's conflict around this person. Unlucky. There's an Emperor reverse, not feeling lucky, not feeling in your power. Sorry, gal. Oh, hello, Jennifer. How are you, my sweet? This looks like something you might need to get like some advice on. And then you've got a message or messenger, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There's definitely like a new beginning. There's sort of like a new beginning that you're wanting to initiate, but it's maybe not happening as fast as you want, or it's not quite coming off, or there's a lot of conflict. This King of Swords energy feels okay. Yes, they are in the upright, which is a positive thing, but they feel super duper detached, a little bit harsh, a little bit cold. They know their mind, and also they're a little bit at a distance. I feel like you're wanting possibly this new beginning, or like this person we might be dealing with is like endeavoring to make a choice. I usually like to keep it for like you guys are reading for you, right? You have a choice, there's a message that comes in. And then this King of Swords, it feels like somebody's in your world, but they're at a distance and they're not expressing anything, or the energies you might be getting is conflict. So this person could be dealing with conflict in your creative life, or you could be, but that's limiting your ability to come together and actually express stuff. There is a lot of powerful energy here, but it feels like you may need to get some advice. I feel like you're just not feeling as empowered or sexualish. And then eventually maybe you'll realize that you need a bit of help with regards to this conflict. The conflict certainly, because of the dominance of the sword energy, and then the 9 of Cups in the reverse. This is something possibly, it's like maybe you need to go to a healer to do some emotional healing, or it's almost like there's something in you. It's like finding a way to cut through the bullshit, like cut through the conflict, cut through, because the conflict feels like something you're well and truly over, or something in your past, but it's still making you feel really unlucky in love, like not lucky. Obviously, like if we're in conflict, we're not going to be feeling lucky. It's like that thing of like, if you're in the fear, you're not in the love. They're too far apart. Like you can't really vibrate the both. You can hold space, but like, oh, okay. So this energy is sort of feeling to me like Okay, just conflict and stubbornness. So this feels like you're feeling stubborn. This is this is why maybe you need to like go get some advice or seek some healing, because the conflict I feel is limiting the two of cups, which would be like love reflected, romance, hala, passion, and we can't fabricate it. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe everybody is different, but like, you can't fabricate a loving connection. You either feel it or you don't. And obviously, we know with certain connections, they can, we might not have love at first sight with everyone, or very rarely, but like people, once you feel a loving bond with them, that's kind of how that romantic stuff starts to evolve. That we give in to love, that we feel the loving connection, and we yoke it and we work with it and we allow that loving bond to shapeshift and evolve, right? But if we're closed, if we're not expressing ourselves, or if we're not expressing ourselves honestly, and we're feeling in conflict and we're resisting help, or we're resisting actually manifesting it, that's usually when the divine comes in and sort of gives us a little smack. It's just, or some kind of big like, wake the fuck up, and then there's this message. So for some of you, you or somebody coming in deliver a message, and I feel like this is really going to help you make a decision. You guys, I feel like it's time to just drop your defenses. This person, right? I get almost tired feeling or looking at that. Only in respect to like the collective energies here of like, at some point it would be fucking useful to let somebody in, right? It's great that you've got all this power and you've got all these wands, but after a while it gets pretty fucking exhausting and you're probably going to want to let it go, right? Because the 10 of wands has us like, the accumulation of this kind of energy is a fucking burden. Back off. I can do it. Because then we have the 8 of wands, fast moving energy, and then a 9 of wands, which is even more like wounded warrior vibe. Like, I can do it myself. Back off. I've got this. I've got this. And like, I'm speaking, there's a certain amount of resonance here. I'm like, I get that. There's a lot of us that do. That's okay. It's okay to do stuff on your own. However, at some point, it's fucking useful to let people help you. So this is the main challenge. And also, like, for some of you, you're going to have to make a decision probably around love. September. There's some work to be done. There's some foundations to like lay down. And this King of Swords, so and again, you can flip reverse the genders, okay? You guys know this with general readings, but this energy right here is a Libra energy, or Aquarius or Gemini. I feel Libra pretty exacting because they have a very kind of like, almost a bit of a serious energy, and yet like very, very integral. Like, they're in their integrity, but they're at a distance, and there's conflict around the situation. It feels like a false start, or somebody wanted to offer this new beginning and it's not quite come off, but there's a lack of communication and clarity. So one or both of you might just need to like get some advice, or even communicate some energy, right? Communicate that Ace of Swords with the 2 of Cups. If we're feeling loving connection, why aren't we communicating that? So the communication of the love isn't happening, which is partly why we might be feeling really unlucky here. But the Emperor, I'm going to get some clarity on the Emperor, actually. I mean, that 7 of Wands could be similar to the Emperor energy as well, right? Holla! Hey, Dustin, how are you? See, 9 of Wands. I knew there's just this mega stubborn energy. And I just feel like all the characters right now are alone. And until you break into this, like, let yourself be helped. Get some guidance. If this is a work situation, get some guidance. If this is, it feels a little bit more love inclined, but not necessarily. This is really simply, and again, regardless, in a relation or not, we're all having to navigate the relationship within ourselves, right? And how it fits and looks, and how what fits together and what doesn't, right? So this is a journey. I'm sort of getting a sense that these two cups, i.e., the two people involved, are both on a spiritual journey. One is just not feeling lucky in love. One party is not feeling there. Yeah, it's critical as far as like there's such something about the timing of it and being guided forward. I just got chills, like shivers when I was saying that about like being guided forward. God, it's like this thing about like one finding a way vibrationally to turn around the energy of love. Basically feeling lucky, feeling the emperor, with your shiny clothes, or empress with all your grounded wisdom and love to share. There's got to be a way of turning it around, the chariot moving us forward, right? Getting that momentum going, but we want it to be going in the movement of, in the direction of love. In order to feel lucky in love, like we want to be feeling more of those energies. But I feel like maybe for some of you it's been a while, 9 years, 9 months, like it's been a significant amount of time navigating not feeling fully in your power, certainly not when it comes to your emotions and feeling lucky. So right now you have a choice. It's almost like, are you going to choose to go it alone for another cycle? Are you going to choose to be by yourself? Because that's the vibe I get. Like, you can choose this fun, or you can choose this a little bit more juicy. Yeah, 5 years, similar. Hello, fun times, right? And it gets to that point. That's why I guess all these different like cogs of our world. It's nice to have them flowing, right? Because doing what we love, or having I guess certain things that we enjoy and move us forward really help to keep us in our integrity and on our path, right? So that the fantasy illusion of romantic love doesn't blindside us or completely divert us from our which, like so many of us know, right? We got into these weird codependent familial pattern relationships that just rammed us up the arsehole eventually. So at this point, we're all probably navigating a relationship from a little bit of a different point of attraction. Like, where is it? Like, man, whoa, don't fuck my life up. Right? So it's like this choosing is not, as in, what am I trying to say? You taking time to choose is not a bad thing to any of us. Wait a minute. But it's like, this is like, back off, fuck you, get away from me, versus lighten up and maybe have a bit of curiosity. Maybe I'll just take my blindfolds off and look. Who is in your environment? Who's got the love to see me through? There's somebody there. There's somebody around you. King of Swords. It could be Aquarius. I'm getting a strong air quality. But then exactly, the King of Swords probably a little bit more serious than some of the other kings, and they feel pretty determined. This energy. It's almost like a sense of like they know it's living. They know it's a love connect. Again, one or both, or even that king, could be trying to sort out some financial things. That's hence the Three of Pentacles. They could be getting financial advice, or yeah, they might. This energy might just be, like feeling a bit guarded, feeling a bit withdrawn in as far as like wanting to expand or integrate, or like put Pentacle down, like have a little bit more of a strong foundation when it comes to finances. And maybe that's why they're a little held back and feeling less guided forward to offer any romantic vibratory. I didn't intend for this to be a reading, but the horse, oh my, there's something going on here, you guys. There's something as far as like, this is just super divine energy. So, and the point of me showing all of this is like, so these 3 cards are now lining up all around this like 2 of cup. Pardon me. You guys know who you are. Coffee burps. Holla Scott, that's a lot. So, hala. So there's this energy. And then this is like the guidance that you're getting. Now the Hanged Man is there. So the Hanged Man is still kind of trapping me in that energy of like this conflict, like feeling unlucky, trying to get fucking clear, maybe asking for advice or going or like trying to sort something out on a physical plane, right? On the physical manifest reality, getting advice, going to citizens advice, going to the job center. I don't fucking know. Like going to your bank manager, trying to get a loan. Like there's so many different things, right, with general readings. But either way, this King of Swords is trying to get fucking clear because they've been in conflict. And I feel like they've been in conflict over this connection. Like wanting this new beginning, wanting to feel really lucky. And like Emperor, that makes me think that both or one person, certainly from regards to this connection, it feels like there's like a power couple, right? There's this super passionate, I'm hearing that tango song, do, 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 like doing the tango, right? Like giving flowers to one another and like juicy sauciness, cups, water, plasma, you know, juice. Okay, so this conflict is where this King of Swords is at. And again, you guys, you know, you can reverse the vibratory if you need to, but this is what I'm seeing as far as then I overlay it. Okay, how do we overcome this conflict? There's a sense of having to move forward, like regardless of what y'all know, because we got the Chariot, which is like divinely guided inspiration, vibrashe. And then there's also something about the Chariot of having integrated the lessons of like imbalance. So the Chariot is somebody who also knows their darkness. So they're not moving forward like love and light. They're moving forward with this almost like knowing the devil, like they know God. And then they're like, whew, then it's like this next level of freedom. Like I can testify when we're more in the false light shit, we're not free. We're bound to so many egoic illusions of being a good person or like I meditate or like I'm spiritual. I don't know, it's fucking gacky, but we all have our journey, right? We all have, because really in a sense, I would dare say all the false light stuff is legit when we're still, the shadow is coming for us. Because like that I can testify, like that was me 10 12 love and light, everyone, peace, love and happiness. Like I just kept running. Like maybe if I can just do enough yoga asana, I'll never have to fucking face my shadow. I'll never have to do. But I realized when it came to actually manifesting my dreams, it was unavoidable. God damn it. You know, like I had to fall big time. Because otherwise we're not the free spirit. It's so true. If we're not fully owning of our own darkness in unified field awareness of the light, we'll just fall over or just be empty or not actually manifest anything in the physical dimension. You need the balance, right? So then there's that Chariot moving us forward, and then I pulled this card. Remember how I was saying like I got a feeling that, but then that would make sense with power couple vibratory, both people have to be on their path. You know, you can't have one person on the path and the other person like maybe a little bit. That's not power couple. Pot's potentially just codependency and or, you know, opposites attract or something like that. I don't know. Or like initial, this is lovely, but then not fully be able to withstand the vibes, you know? So yeah, this energy. But the reason I'm connecting these two all together is like because there's this moon right there, guided, and then moon up the stairs. Right? Like moving up the wand to get to the moon. And then there's like one more. And then I pulled this card, the horse, which is then sort of reflecting to me that this is a divine counterpart. Because you're the same. You're both free. Like that's how magical the connection is. You're both just free, spiritually speaking. one might have a bit more maturity here. There's like, it's almost like one is like starting off like the freedom path, and then one has like integrated it more. But there's a like people would describe soul unions or whatever, like, but you're the same. You recognize each other. One one just feels a little more like full or grown up or something like that. One feels a little bit more like, "Way." Oh my god, I haven't pulled any Osho cards for a while. Thanks a lot, you guys, for being here. I'm pulling cards for the general September readings, but I'll be going live. I'll do the October reads pretty soon as well, and the monthly reads for September are finished as well. I do 13 signs here, so based on just what the community here has asked for, quite a few people here have asked for Ophiuchus, so I do Ophiuchus reads. And then yeah, just intuitively guided shares. Yeah, okay, some additional guidance here is that you or the other person might be feeling left out in the cold. You might be feeling and there again with the abundance card, one or both of you is really focused on the money side of things. I think it's something about feeling like you belong. There could be an age gap, like 5 years difference or something like that. The person, if the other or you, right? There's something quite innocent and childlike about like feeling left out, like you don't want me around, or you don't. This could be part of the holding space in Hanged Man to heal or clear and or simply be aware of those underlying emotions coming up with regards to this connection. Because that's why we feel unlucky. If we feel left outside, if we feel expelled, shunned, whatever, we're gonna feel unlucky. We're not gonna be in our power. We're gonna wonder what the fuck is going on, right? And like I said before, like for some of you, it's just legit. Like this is a super divine connect. Okay. Some kind of like counterpart reflective. I don't think it's risen though. I don't think it's actually manifest yet. I feel like we're having to maybe throughout September navigate the energies, right? Hey, the sheepies! The sheeps are waking up, you guys. I can see them. They're all in the field. They look cute. Vibrational. I only want to reiterate, I feel like this is actually a reflection of the connection. I feel like this is a vibrational connection, as in you feel each other, right? This is a very reflective, passionate, romantic, divine union counterpart. But one or both, you're just not feeling lucky. Maybe you're feeling indecisive about the connect. One or both of you might be feeling left out, and you're really endeavoring the kind of space and quietude of Hanged Man to make a decision. The decision is the Hanged Man energy, right? The Three of Pentacles is like ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for advice. And again, what I'm getting here is that both of these energies, both of these people are already on their spiritual journey. Like both people are walking the walk. Both people are in their integrity. There's a strong familial sense of connection. And also like the beaver energy there is making me think of like you'll be able to work together with this person and create a home. The eternal child. I feel almost like this connection is so divine and innocent and beautiful that it's like almost surreal, I guess. Like it almost seems too good to be true, maybe. I want to pick up, so a friend has donated this or gifted this deck. Let's get the cards out. Let's see what we get. Again, I'll read them intuitively, yeah. Two more cards here. Just final layers of guidance here for my out love lovers in the month of whatever month we're on, September. Final bits of guidance for this. Oh yeah, energy update, collective energy update for the month of September. Again, you guys, if you resonate, feel free to just like share your comments even down below as far as when, like, how it resonates. I've been reading tarot professionally for 2 years, and I consider this very much the beginning of a tarot journey. Tarot and astro. I'm quite interested in astrology as well, so I'd like to be able to bridge. How funny. How hilarious. um, I've just pulled the card, the shadow. I'm like, were we not just talking about that, you guys? So the shadow and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to shuffle again and try one more. So the shadow is straight up. I'm actually getting a strong sense that's part of the distance, the outsider, the hanged man energy is the shadow is saying one or both has to be dealing with that shadow aspect. In fact, it's probably both parties because there's such a similar type of energy in the reflective aspect. Yeah, I would say you're going through some profound changes. You're just going to have to see it through, because there's so much abundance. So this Five of Crystals is a ladybug image, and ladybug is often representative of abundance and manifesting more money and or physical stuff, right? And the ladybug, so that's in, I guess I want to say, like, in the beetle family, and I'm getting this sense of like these beetles, they have these like hard cases around them, but they're moving around, and they're still living their lives. Hello, hi Tree Hugger Dave, how are you, my friend? Okay, so yes, so this is also representative of the crux of change. So the Five of Crystals is ultimately, it's like that sense of pressurizing. So again, you might be doing the shadow work. That's the pressurized work of firing down the old, right? Firing down the shadow, crystallizing ourselves through pressurized storm, right? One or both is working with the shadow now. I would say that's part of, again, you're both on the spiritual path. Again, there's just one that feels a little bit more like aware or something, and that's the shadow work. One more than the other is doing the shadow work, and or maybe that's the function. Yeah, it's almost like that's also the function of the one party is the shadow work construct, and then this other one is there's this innocence and a huge amount of benevolence, but also I want to say there's a desire for inclusion because of the internal child and the beaver energy. It's like now, as we open to love, as we open to more abundance, it's also like letting people into that. Not being afraid, even though we probably all have these sorts of traumas. You don't belong here, get the fuck out. And you're like, we might be facing that. We might be in some internal conflict. We might not be feeling that lucky. We're still going to navigate it. Eventually, you'll feel the momentum guiding you through. I just feel like right now you're in the dark. And if you are dealing with another person, they're feeling in the dark as well. They're probably, I keep hearing the word like aloof, like they might not even really fucking realize that you're feeling them or something, but there's so much love. And not just like any ordinary love. Like this is mega passionate. Because then I hear it again, that little tango song, like do 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 do, like you're putting a rose in your mouth. And dancing the tango, right? But you're not going to be flying free and dancing the tango whilst you're in conflict and detached. And again, for you or the other person, they really might be looking at pentacle and building up their pentacle, or like creating some sort of more solid foundation. The Emperor's over there as well, so that's giving me the cue that you are turning it around, like the abundance energy. My favorite card in the Osho deck. So legendary. I just want to be the Zorba. I literally just want to float around on my magic carpet and smoke joints all day. So it's like, be in that energy of the abundance to transform the energy of feeling shit about oneself. Basically, see yourself as the magical genie emperor that you are, you know, and trust in the community that you're building vibrationally, which means we might not see it. But definitely there's some kind of divine counterpart here, because these two horses are telling me, but there again, one, they see how they're like different colors and slightly different shapes and stuff. This one feels way more mature. So they're either there's a greater wisdom, or there's just a greater like sense of wisdom, maturity. This one is a bit younger, like, but they're both horses, and hala hala. This is what makes me think they're both in their integrity. They're both in their divine journey. You know, you're sovereign. You're both free. You're both free. So so that's the thing. You can't control free people, right? So I just got a message through. But there's a lot of love here, and I think it's coming into recognition that you both know it. But right now, there's just this phase of darkness, probably separation. That King of Swords feels like they're at a distance. There's a lot of conflict as well, inner. But that's also to do with this 5 and 5, right? Sometimes the inner conflict is battling, like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, or I always get shut out, or this person doesn't love me, or like that didn't work out one time. So, and like, or this hurts. It hurts being like this. So I might as well just like stay in the battle and like not try to open the door kind of thing. Except if you literally just stay still and focus on your own abundance, you'll realize you are guided forward, and there's likely somebody in your awareness or in your field who it's like, holla Shazam, mega love. There's just something really pure and really innocent about this energy, this connection. It's just, there's a little bit of like gritty, like work to be done, probably emotionally. And yet the sword, it's also about being able to take action, right? Move forward. It's just that you're going to take your time. There's no point in rushing anything, right? This is a new beginning that wants to start, but again, there's like some, it's not necessarily been super straightforward either. It's not been like, yeah. But that Ace of Swords is there, right? So there is this new beginning. It's just not coming off when we're feeling shit about ourselves. Or sometimes, you know, those reversal energies, that can also just mean we're in denial about something. Like we're trying to be this, that, or the other, but we're in denial about the fact that we're feeling this pain, or we're in denial about the fact that we're feeling this love, or we're in denial about whatever. And again, usually we deny ourselves because we're being dictated to by old shit or stuff that hurt us in the past, right? It's like I spoke to, I think it was a woman who came to the surf yoga, or, you know, beach yoga, which I do in the summer. And she was saying, and I often ask people at the yoga if they're doing some surfing. And they said, oh no, like I'm frightened of the sea. And then we got to talking. And so often when I meet people who are frightened of the sea or don't want to swim, it's because they almost drowned. It's because there's trauma, right? It's not out of nowhere that we're not wanting to invoke love. Like most of us just jumped right in when we were teenagers, right? It was like, but this energy here, but not necessarily in a positive sense, right? I think a lot of us delusionally, sadly, got into a relationship because of fucking Walt Disney. And then when it weren't happily ever after, we're all fucking traumatized by the delusional aspect of what the F are we actually doing? You know, it's like cognitive dissonance, realizing what? Reality isn't going to be exactly like Cinderella? What? Fuck. Welcome. Welcome to, I don't even know what millennial generation I be, but I'm a human, so holla Shazam. Outsider energy, right? And this is what we're transforming through facing our inner conflict and taking the high road, right? Taking that spiritual journey. Sometimes we have to be in the dark to get out of this energy, right? Like, as in, sometimes we have to go in to our darkness. Like, we have to face our shadow. I'm sure that was clear. Yeah. If we truly want to rise out of it, if we truly want to hit that light, look at all this darkness. Still, imagine going through this staircase, dark, 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 light. So sometimes it's going to be a bit of a dark road. but with that energy in the way it's lining up in the abundance card and being it that it's like a month, this is a month, energy update. I would dare say, like, this is coming off. You've got a love offer here. You've got a counterpart here, right? Okay, both people, or at least one, is certainly dealing with their inner conflict in suspension. Like, both are one again. Like, I feel like you're both free but alone right now. And then that beaver is saying you've got everything within you in this connection to build something, build a dam, right? Build something for your lovers, for your family, right? For your family and friends. Just need guidance on doing the shadow work. Okay, so shadow work is quite profound emotional healing of feeling and moving through deep, shitty emotions, basically. So I published a book a few years ago. It's called The Fearless Life Guide. And and I didn't know it, it was just my own intuitive sense of healing stuff. But what I talk about with regards to holding space for triggers, waves, and emotional storms is that process of allowing the triggers to become emotional waves, to become storms, that is in essence shadow work. So that when I get triggered emotionally, I don't go into blame and attack. I sit with my shitty emotion, usually rage, anger, whatever it might be. And then I let it move. I let it show me. So usually there's like karmic, ancestral, past life, any number, depending on your belief system and your point of attraction as a soul. When we're in an emotional storm, i.e. doing shadow work, we start to integrate and see like almost like fractured parts of ourselves, like early childhood trauma, past life, whatever, fucking infinite soul life stuff, right? Like I have an energy of losing an entire civilization through a black hole. Like in my soul's awareness, I did a quantum healing with divine sight, and I literally was mourning because it closed and they were gone, and they were all the people that I knew from a very kind of like grand sense of time. And divine sight was one of the first souls I met in this new universe. Sometimes when I go off talking about that stuff, I'm like, right out there, lovers. So yeah, but then you integrate your own creative cycles, right? You integrate your own, like now the burden of loneliness, it kind of makes sense to me because it's quite a primordial soul wound of loss. And it's also probably why some of us are really good at being on our own, because there's a vast soul memory of like aloneness as such, but not from a victim state, just like truth. Like infinite void isn't filled with distractions. It's a deep throbbing. Is it throbbing? Just anyway, it's a bunch of razzmatazz for my lovers of the most high. And I'm just hearing, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Yeah, shadow work takes time, presence, awareness, discipline. It's not fun at all. But it does what it says on the package. It helps us transform ourselves. It helps us, the way I feel into it on an alchemical level, it does. It helps us embody our alchemical nature. So when I'm sitting and processing my emotions and going through an emotional storm, I'm transforming densities. So if you think about like higher density is a lighter form, it's like so the way I tears, ugly tears, like nah, whatever the fuck we're feeling, right? So that water is a cellular base tone that is like leaving my body through the expression of it. So then once those densities have been expressed, my body feels a little bit lighter and my perception more clear. And that's the clarity or the peace of mind that comes after a storm. Even though the storm might have apparently destroyed everything, the storm also purifies and pressurizes us to become more like diamonds, right? More light-filled, more authentic, more like ourselves, not just all of us packing on the fucking Super Trooper outfits trying to all be the same, right? And then fighting against one another in this bullshit Truman Show, reenacting what we think humans are supposed to be like instead of what we actually are. Hello, divine gods and goddesses. You know, I keep hooking up with healers and don't get any results. Spent a good few bucks. No kidding, my lover. I mean, it would all cost money. And I mean, straight up legit, from where I'm coming from, that's part of why it's like you can buy the book, because this is like a journey. And certainly from where I'm coming from, and clients that I've worked with, people are like, once they're in their regenesis, they're like, fuck, this is relentless. And I'm like, I know, because you can't escape yourself, and it ain't a quick fix. Although that would be also warranting just simple, practical, economical sense with regards to like, if I'm not getting results from a food or from a doctor or from a I wouldn't carry on, right? So I've done that too. Or I've completed, like I got the results I wanted and then I'm done working with that healer, right? Or I try it, not really resonating, not really sure if I'm seeing the effect, I'm done with it. Don't. And I even say that to people with yoga. Like I work with people regularly. A lot of my clients are like long-standing clients, 4 or 5 years, we've been working together. Why? Because it's not a quick fix. As in, like, it's not something that is gonna, like, I go through one emotional storm and I'm healed, or and I know we know this, and yet part of our 3D mindset is like, I want it and I want it yesterday. And if I can't have it yesterday, then I failed or you failed or fuck you or whatever, right? And instead, it's like, this is this is kind of like an unraveling journey process of going home to some place of innocence and curiosity, and yet only the self. I can't do that for you. I can't be responsible for you. I don't know your Akash Rex. Like, like it's mine. It's me, my storage house that I'm coming for myself. And then all I can do is reflect it back and then share the journey, which then I usually inspire people to share their journey back. Because more and more of us sharing authentically is inspiring one another to do the same, right? Hello, Jennifer. My book. La, 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 la. My book is called The Fearless Life Guide. It's on Amazon and Kindle and Audible. And I'm pretty sure if you check out the description below, you will be able to find it. You'll be able to click the link and go to Amazon and get yourself a copy if you wanted it. Yeah, because it's, we're still coming into this, and it's like, what the F is this word? It's like, it's deep, it's super deep, intense, and I got to a point in my own transformational journey where I would like stop trying to push it up, like realizing that people come to the work in their own divine timing. And when we meet in that place, it's much more pure and innocent and clear, versus like my part of my own journey of like trying to teach stuff, or like, trying, which now when I think back to that person, I'm like still a lot of love for that girl, but like I was desperately, and just a lot of desperation, hamster wheel stuff that unconsciously, right? Most of us are just doing what we think is the right thing to do. We're doing the best that we can, and life experience, it helps us be better. Thanks, life, Oh, right. I just have that. I have like a craving sometimes of just super deep meditation vibrashe, where it's like all you want. You're just like, I'll be lying in bed or doing something, just drop in and be like, I just want to be in that space like loads. Anywho, you guys, I'm going to shoot skis. Really amazing to be here with you all. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for engaging. It always makes it a little bit more spicy for me. Quite a dynamic reading, lots of energy of love moving forward and letting ourselves get the help we need and the help we deserve. And then, of course, also permissioning ourselves to express those higher base tones of love and intimacy, or in regards to our work and our worth, whatever it might be, right? We're coming into a greater sense of power, and yet there's still likely to be some decisions that need to be made and some actions that are going to want to be taken to bring in this greater loving harmony, greater harmonic, and again, to energies of freedom, right? Oh, thank you. Mega love for you, Dustin, Jennifer, Tree Hugger Dave. You guys are amazing. I love you. You make it all worthwhile for show. Right? Just wouldn't be just wouldn't be. Hey, one within. Holla, 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 holla. Darren Wagwan, my lover. I didn't. How did I miss the? How did I miss the in the share? Mega hot love. Hey, I have sessions, but then I'll be finished and have a bit of time. It would be sort of 8. Oh no, a little bit later. Yeah, but still. Anyway, you guys, I'll talk to you real soon. Have a wonderful day, and just keep swimming. Just keep believe. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Hold on to this feeling of love, lovers. Don't give up. Hold on to the feeling of being the Zorba the Great and having everything you could ever possibly imagine, because that is who we are. We don't have to pay to be here, you guys. We're just here because we belong here, because we're the children of Earth, the children of Gaia, getting to frolic about. We just lost our way a little bit, or huge. But anyway, mega hot love. Don't stop believing, and listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Do you guys think I should have been a pop star in another life? I don't think so. We'll leave that to people who can actually sing. My lovers, you guys keep driving. Yes, exactly. So much love for you guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. And I always look forward to seeing you soon. It's like my favorite part of the day. You guys totally rock. I love you guys. Have an awesome day. See you soon.